Now, images greeting your screens is a procession by the Take It Back movement that joined ex-police officers in a protest against the lack of contributory pension scheme and enumerations for police officers yesterday in Abuja, led by Omoyele Sowore, who you saw in those images wearing a gas mask. Now, the North Central coordinator of the Take It Back movement, Comrade Rex I, joins us on the program this morning to lend his thoughts to the conversation. Comrade, good morning to you and welcome to the program. Hello, Comrade Rex, can you hear me? Please kindly check that you're not muted at your own end. Kindly unmute yourself so we can hear you. And if possible, you could also turn on the video so we can also see.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the program.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good morning now.
Good morning. Welcome. I'd like to get your thoughts on what...
Good morning and thank you for having me on your show.
What informed the decision of the Take It Back movement to join the protest yesterday?
Yeah, thank you for having.
Did you get my question? My question is on what informed the Take It Back movement to join the protest yesterday like we saw. Comrade Rex.
Okay, like you know, yes, I heard you clearly.
Yeah, carry on.
You know, the Take It Back movement has always stood up for social justice and equality, equal rights in this country since its inception. That was in 2018. So it's nothing new. Take It Back movement was very involved. In fact, we were the catalyst for the SARS movement. Take It Back movement, even after that, has been relieving those who have been detained by the same SARS agitation. Then Take It Back movement has been involved in fighting for the rights of Nigerians at all levels, even from the elite class down to the masses. Once injustice is around the corner, Take It Back movement is also going to be there to tackle it. And it's nothing new. The police pension protest you saw yesterday is just one out of many anomalies in our society today. And like Sowore mentioned earlier, even this morning on the show, it's not just about the retired pensioners, it's also about the welfare of serving personnel. You see, you cannot have the largest security agency in Nigeria being treated. When I saw those retirees yesterday, honestly, I felt serious pity for them. They were really looking haggard. Someone showed me his alert for June, his pension alert for June. It was 18,000 naira. I don't think any normal human being in Nigeria will hear such a thing and just pass away. 18,000 naira as his June pension. So there are a lot of issues in Nigeria. The same injustice transcends to almost every facet of our society. But as stands, the beam light is on the Nigerian police force right now. The hierarchy of the Nigerian police force exempted themselves. They removed themselves from the same pension scheme that these guys are trying to be removed from. And even if their salaries are not even increased to living wages, how will even the pension make any sense to them? So that's why it's, in fact, our participation in the agitation is one that we've always done for the whole country. We want a Nigeria that works, a Nigeria where systems are built, institutions are strong. We don't just want strong men, we want strong institutions.
Comrade Rex.
What we have in Nigeria today are weak institutions and strong.
I hear you on the
IGP.
Comrade Rex, I hear you on the legitimacy of the Take It Back movement involvement in the protest yesterday. But now listening to the IGP, Kayode Egbetokun, who also has some of the outstanding issues with your founder, Omoyele Sowore, over his legitimacy as IGP. Omoyele Sowore had obviously called him an illegal IGP over time. Speaking in a press conference yesterday, he insinuated that this protest was mobilized with political intentions. Do you agree with the position of your founder vis-a-vis the position of the IG? Hello, Comrade Rex, can you get me?
Sure.
My question was on the IGP's position. He insinuated that the protest was mobilized with political intentions. And over time, we've seen your founder, the founder of the Take It Back movement, Omoyele Sowore, take up the IG on his position as being an illegal IGP. Do you see any reasons why the IGP would think that this protest was politically motivated? Well, we must apologize for the quality of connection there, trying to get Comrade Rex's take on the issues involving. But just to reiterate some of the points he's raised, he says since the Take It Back movement was founded in 2018, that the Take It Back movement has been actively involved in issues of human rights. And therefore, the police protest yesterday is not a misnomer, as it's part of the human rights activism that the Take It Back movement has sought to headline. Now, led by the founder and convener of the Take It Back movement, Omoyele Sowore, members of the association joined ex-retired police officers on the streets of Abuja marching towards the police headquarters yesterday, bearing placards and banners reading #police protest, decent salaries now, end police slavery, pensions for retired officers, dignity for those in uniform. Now, in my conversation with the North Central coordinator of Take It Back movement, Comrade Rex Elanu, he says that he saw one of the alerts notifications from a member of the ex-retired police officers whose take-home for June, that is pension in question, was just 18,000 naira. Now, the advocacy is on living wages for serving officers. And taken from some of the recommendations made during the protest from Omoyele Sowore, he demanded 500,000 naira as a living wage for police officers. Now, if we do have a better connection, let's return now to Comrade Rex to get his thoughts. Comrade, I can see you're back with us. My earlier question was on the position of your founder, Omoyele Sowore, who has harmlessly taken up the IGP on his tenure being illegal, demanding that he retires. Now, the IGP, speaking in a press conference yesterday, insinuated that this protest has political motivations towards it. What do you make of these insinuations from the IG? Comrade Rex, did you get any of my questions?
Well, the truth is, the IG is just running from his own shadow. Yes, I heard you clearly. I think that the truth is, the IG is just running from his own shadows. You see, he's supposed to have retired since September last year. He was given extra time by Tinubu, obviously to hold ground for him towards the election. So he knows, we know. I wonder why a lot of political candidates and Nigerian citizens are not even talking about it. If we're talking about the electoral reforms, Egbetokun is also a threat to electoral integrity in Nigeria. Egbetokun is also a threat to the rank and file of his own men. He's a threat to his own cadre, who he has stopped them from progressing in their own career. Such a leader, I don't even know why we are expecting him to have any serious positive impact on the police system today. The morale is low, no training, no capacity building, no motivation, no equipment for work, just nothing. All that is happening in police today is monkey they walk, baboon they chop. The rest are the others trying to fuel police vehicles by themselves, take care of stations, police stations by themselves, contribute for their burials by themselves, and even contribute for the party wives' birthdays and girlfriends' birthdays of these same police leaders. And all that they are concerned about is working for Tinubu. It's not about policing Nigeria. If that were the case, you would have seen reforms, you would have been even having the integrity to resign and allow the police system function. The fact that if retirement is good enough, why is he scared of retiring? Even though they are not part of the contributory pension scheme. Because he wants to sit in power and do the work of his master, not the work of the constitution of Nigerians. So Nigerians should understand that we cannot even have a new police with such an expired IG still maintaining sway in police force. And his stooges, the ones he uses as, I'm just very sorry for the PPRO, Muyiwa Dobi. Soon he will realize that before him, other police officers came, and after him, others will come. And all that he's doing right now will be his reference in history. It doesn't matter how many people he locks up, kills, or does whatever he wishes to do to them. But his history is what he's playing out right now. So, Omoyele Sowore is not about having an issue with IGP. Even if the IGP were not there today, and this system is still as it is, Omoyele Sowore will always stand up for what he has been standing up for in the last 35 years. So when did what do they call him, Egbetokun become the IG? go and look back at the history of Comrade Shore's contribution to the bringing of democracy, to the fighting against anti-people's policies like structural adjustment program. From the history of military to civilian regimes, there's no government that he has not been actively part of, standing up for good governance, advocating for the rights of masses.
All right, Comrade Rex.
For a society that will have even distribution of resources.
All right.
Just where people corner the Commonwealth of Nigeria and make it another republic.
All right. Now, I don't know if you care to itemize to our viewers some of the demands of the Take It Back movement in line with yesterday's protest, and how many of those demands have been attended to. Can you hear me? My question is on some of the demands that the Take It Back movement filed yesterday in line with this better pay and pension for police officers. Can you itemize for us, and have any of those demands been attended to? Once again, we must apologize to our viewers.
Yeah, most importantly, we want Nigeria.
Carry on, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please, carry on.
Most importantly, we've always advocated for Nigerian workers to have living wages, where they are able to sustain themselves with what they earn and even save. So first of all, it is important that the least policeman earns 500,000 naira, and it's not impossible. There's money to fund it. We have been funding the security. We've been having so much spent on this security, and yet all that we've gotten from it is more insecurity. So why don't we fund our internal security, the police, who have the most personnel in Nigeria? That's very important. That's one. The pension scheme that they have put these guys in to contribute, the government is even just contributing 10%. They are contributing 8%. What stops the government from contributing 20 or 30%? This is the same government that doesn't subsidize anything for its citizens. They don't subsidize energy. They don't subsidize agriculture. They subsidize nothing. So what is so bad about, giving them a befitting retirement package? So those demands have not been met. All we've been seeing is just theatrics. The IG sent his boys. He was scared of even coming to address his own policemen yesterday. He was hiding in a hall. He sent his boys to come and, just do psyops of some of the retirees, tell them that the IG wanted to see them and discuss with them. They should disassociate themselves from us. But I'm very sure they know better. Even the policemen around on duty were not even happy that their own guys were coming to cite these ones to the backyard. But all that has happened is just theatrics, as I said. The IG has been doing the same meetings that other IGs team have done in the last 10 years, and nothing has come out of it. Also, the National Assembly should take dressing. It is time for Nigerians to start holding all our leaders responsible and accountable. They are also responsible for making laws that will better the lives of Nigeria, not fighting with themselves over their own selfish interests. The executive as well, the judiciary as well, every institution in Nigeria should be held accountable and responsible for the welfare of their own. Now the police are shouting. The paramilitary are also there, also believing that if this struggle comes true, they should also be agitating for themselves. There's no Nigerian that is receiving, even the coppers are receiving 70K. It's nothing. Minimum wage of 70K is as well nothing. So it's not just the police anyway, but even though now we have to deal with the issue at hand, the police who are responsible for our internal security majorly cannot be left like that, and we expect that we are going to be safe. None of us can go out of our house to see there's no police in our system. So why don't we invest in the police and get rid of tired, analog, expired hands like the ones who are handling the police today?
All right.
There's nothing new Egbetukun has to offer. He should leave. If others will not leave, he will not be an IG. He should leave. Others better than him can. So,
all right, Comrade
and
Rex.
Also, before I forget, Shore's glasses were that glasses, if the police authorities are sincere to themselves, they should release that glass immediately. Else, just the look and democracy and how corrupt, compromised, and partisan that the police force is. They can't change it to an APC department. It's an institution for Nigerians.
All right, Comrade Rex Elanu, we thank you for taking our time to join the program this morning and give us more in-depth analysis of the events of yesterday. We'll stay in touch as the events continue to unfold. We appreciate you.